Alright guys, today I'm going to show you my full collection of all my championship rings. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have a lot. This is NFL, NBA, and MLB. I want to say I have a total of over 100. So let's go ahead and get right into this. So certain rings are rings that were made in China. They're Chinese duplicates. And some of them were handcrafted. So keep that in mind. I'm going to start off with some Chinese rings I have right here. I have a Cincinnati Bengals AFC North champion ring. As you guys can see, this was made in China. It has Burrow. It has Cincinnati Bengals champions. It only has two other things because one fell out. A lot of times you see with these Chinese replica rings is that they do mess up a lot. This is actually the same exact ring, except for it being, Bengals colors. It's now gold. And this is what it's supposed to look like on the side, but obviously with Bengals colors. So these are the first two rings I have. It says in there that the AFC North champions, all the games it took them to get to the Super Bowl, all the scores and everything. As you guys can see, those are my first two championship rings. We'll be looking at all these rings in a second. I do have some NCAA rings. National champions, Alabama, under Nick Saban. This is actually a handcrafted ring, so this was made by somebody. It's not a Chinese duplicate. Wait, is it? It's like that. Okay, never mind. You guys can see. And I also have two duplicate rings here that are just duplicates to these. Alright, so let me talk about these. Because these were created, they were hand created by this guy who has this company in Wisconsin. He hand makes every one of these rings. So these aren't China duplicates. Again, we're going to be looking at some China duplicate rings. Funny thing is, there are a lot of Chinese duplicate rings that look better than these ones, even though these were hand created. The Chinese duplicate rings look a lot better sometimes. This one is a Chinese duplicate ring. It's the LA Ram ring, where they just won. Again, you're going to see a lot of these Chinese duplicate rings look a lot better than man-made rings. But it does open up. And it shows you the Ram Stadium and all that kind of good stuff. So let's start off right away. Now, the biggest problem I have with these rings is the Miami Dolphins ring is not correct. It's not the correct color, which actually ticks me off, but it is what it is. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. World champions. Thomas Edward Brady. Buccaneers, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. This does open up to unveil that. You guys can see. I have two of these rings, I believe, the Bucks ring. But next ring we have here, and I also don't have the most recent Super Bowl ring of the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not going to get it because I don't believe they got it. No, I'm just kidding. I just don't have it yet. I have it ordered. So, Chiefs fans, you can calm down. I do have it ordered. And by the way, this last one was not inscribed inside. Some of these are inscribed inside, some of them are not. So we have, as you guys can see, all the games they played to get to the Super Bowl. 49ers, they did beat them. New England Patriots, back when Patriots actually got Super Bowl rings. Remember those days when the Patriots were good? Remember when the Patriots were good? That was a really bad time. Bad time to be alive, guys. When the Patriots were actually really good. But this was, is this the Rams one? Yep, the Rams. That was one of the most awful Super Bowls of all time. Talking about Brady losing, though, and the Patriots losing. The Eagles' first Super Bowl ring. Almost got a second one this year. For one full holding call. Chiefs fans, I have to. You already know we kind of roast you a little bit on this channel. But we have the New England Patriots, 33. Eagles, 41. Nick Foles. And then we have Eagles 2017 and all the games took them to win it. Alright. New England Patriots. I think this is the Atlanta Falcons one, I believe. MVP. Yep. It's the Atlanta one. The 28-3 one. Falcons fans will never recover. I do have a buddy who is a Falcons fan, so he knows the pain. But we have world champion Denver Broncos here. And again, like I said, a lot of these are really handcrafted correctly. And these are all handmade, by the way. All these rings I'm showing you right here are all handmade. And they're beautiful handmade rings. And then we get Chinese ones, and they're still good, though. Right here. Do you know? Do your job. Oh, I thought it said, do you know? I am. It's been a long day, guys. Do have over 100 rings to look at, so. Trust me, when we get to NBA, that's when it's going to get funny, because your boy does not know NBA. I know a little bit about NBA. Not as much, though. I'm not too much of a fan of NBA. I'm trying to learn more. I guess my old team, the one team I actually root for in the NBA, is not even a real reason why I root for them. I root for the OKC. I don't even know why. I just grew up liking James Harden, so I just instantly started liking OKC. Then they lost Harden, they lost Durant, they lost Russell Westbrook, they lost freaking everybody. So now I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not gonna stop liking a team. Still like them. No, they're owned poorly. Look at that, a team that the thing the Packers would never see again. Aaron Rodgers giving them a Super Bowl. Even though he kind of messed them up a lot over the years, not doing much. Or champions. Drew Brees, this is when they beat the Colts, which is actually a Super Bowl I went to. You know, being a Ravens fan my whole entire life. Seeing the Colts get to lose the Super Bowl was always nice. And I thought they were going to lose the Super Bowl anyway. Crazy thing about the Super Bowl, though, Sean Payton saw the second half with an onside kick. Was not expecting that. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think anybody was expecting you saw an onside kick on in the Super Bowl. But now, he's on the Broncos, so maybe we'll see something happen crazy with that. Maybe we'll just start the season by cutting Russell Wilson. Hopefully not. I don't know. I don't know how good Russell Wilson's going to do this year. I love how, already, 5 minutes in this video, we're still in the NFL rings. I've already dissed Tom Grassi and Sean Perno's team. The Seahawks Super Bowl. One that's still questionable to some people. Everybody. Patriots. Back to back. Because they did. They went back to back here. And that's the first one. Not first Super Bowl ring, but first, let's see, is this the second one? Yeah, it's the second Super Bowl ring. Wow. Kind of forget about that. It's amazing how some teams you look at and you're like, wow, this team's crazy good, and you realize they haven't always been good. So I said, with the Bengals, now that they're good, a lot of people are like, oh, we can't accept it. You gotta. Because there was a time where the Patriots were nothing. I mean, look at this. From here, no Patriots. And then you just see how many Patriots are now there. You're like, wow. Patriots are now loved. Ravens. Lulu. Hall of Fame middle linebacker from the U. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what got me into collecting rings. I just randomly one day started. I was like, you know what? It'd be really cool to have replicas of these Super Bowl rings. Kind of look back in history. See what happened in history. What, went on. Once I got all the Super Bowls, I started collecting a little bit of championship rings. So I have all the Colts championship rings. Thinking about getting the every championship ring ever made, but I don't want to own the Cleveland Clownies championship rings because they have 6. Yep, Autogram got the Clownies 6 rings, guys. I don't want to own Clown 6 rings. I own the Squealers 6 rings, so I guess it's. But at least Steelers are honorable. Clownies are never honorable. Favre. I watched a video recently, actually, of Favre. All the times he choked in the playoffs over the last, 20 years, whatever. And that guy chokes so bad. Like, he just throws some stupid passes. When they called him the gunslinger, it made sense. Guy just threw some wicked passes so many different times. Oh, the 49ers era. The Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana era. I swear, this 49ers squad was so goated for so long. Like it was the Cowboys and 49ers and Steelers. I guess right now is the Chiefs era, because I feel like we had the Chiefs era. Then we had the Patriots era before the Chiefs era. Now, what was 90s? The Raiders? The Raiders only won 2. No, wait, the Raiders won a couple, I thought. Hang on. No, the Raiders won 3. I guess the Raiders era. Look at that. That's a Washington football team. Washington football team won. Okay. Giants again. So, who's the only teams that have not won a Super Bowl? I believe it's the Vikings, the Bengals, the Brownies, and the Jags. Right? The Texans haven't won it either, actually. I would love to see one of these teams win it. Like a team that has never won it before. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Bengals to win it, but that's a crazy just, why not? Why not have the Texans win the Super Bowl? Let's get a new face in town. Well, that's why when the Eagles won it, I wasn't really that upset. They also beat the Patriots, which was nice. But it was also like, oh, well, you know what? At least someone new won it. But I think the Vikings are far, 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 far away from winning the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to win it under Kirk Cousins. I think they get somebody else, a new player in town, and that's when they win it. But I don't know who they would, because I don't think they're going to move on from Kirk Cousins just yet. Although I have heard rumors of them thinking about getting rid of him. So, possibly. The Giants' first Super Bowl. Is this LT? LT, baby! 17-2. Then we got the Chicago Bears. Should have won in 2006. But didn't. Kind of choked that one away. Sean Payton, sweetness. I mean, sweetness, bro. Montana. Tell me down below if you guys know that reference. And then the Oakland Raiders. The Los Angeles Raiders, actually. Excuse me. Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen's an interesting player. He played for the Chiefs. He played for the Raiders. Oh, upside down. It's the football team, the Commanders. They're finally getting rid of your owner, Commanders. So happy for them, man. San Francisco 49ers first Super Bowl ring. And it's Montana. Another Raider. This is Oakland Raiders. Pluck it. Who did they beat? They beat the Eagles. Oh, man. Eagles, they lost 2 Super Bowls, actually. Now I realize it. I know the Cincinnati Bengals lost 3. 0-3 so far. Come back. It's going to happen, though, with Joe Burrow. The Joe Burrow era. I don't know how I'm going to actually pronounce any of these teams' names for basketball or baseball. I think baseball, I might have some clue. Basketball, it's just going to be the city. It's going to be the city, and that's it. The Cowgirls. I feel like the Cowboys are an interesting team because, like, people hate them not for any legitimate reason. People just hate them just to hate them. But it's like, it's a collective thing, you know? As like a football community, we've all came together to hate the Dallas Cowboys. So like, I think it's more or less like a brotherhood. We just hate the Cowboys to hate the Cowboys. Maybe it's just a beautiful thing then. The Cowboys were always meant to be hated. Pittsburgh. I always say his name incorrectly, but he was their fullback. Larry. Live your life like Larry. He got 2 MVPs back to back. I think he was a fullback running back, so that's not too crazy. Dallas Cowboys. Baltimore Colts. This is not an Indianapolis Colts ring. What does that say, guys? Baltimore Colts. It's not an Indianapolis Colts ring. Led you to believe it was an Indianapolis Colts ring. Kansas City Chiefs. Dawson. Who would have ever thought? They beat the Vikings. Huh, that's hilarious. New York Jets. Broadway Joe. They actually beat the Baltimore Colts in this Super Bowl. This was... Yep, I think it says right there. Yep, Colts. Jets. Super Bowl 3. Super Bowl 2, Green Bay Packers. That was Bart Starr. Yeah, my football knowledge is great, but other teams' knowledge is not. And now let's go to NBA. Alright, so now we have the NBA rings, but we have to start off with the Covenant ring right away. Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba. Alright, so here's our first Kobe ring. Let's see, Black Mamba. It has the games he played, the points he scored, 10 All-Star appearances, and it says scoring champions 1. Now, obviously, this is just when he wore 24, not when he wore 8. There we go. And then our second ring here is this bad boy right here, the Black Mamba. There we are. Alright, so those are the Kobe rings. Gotta start off our NBA collection correctly. Alright, Alright, so I actually do have... Hang on, guys, 1 second. We gotta start off with Golden State's most recent championship, 2022. And this is from China, by the way. These are all from China. This whole selection right here. These are custom made, all from China. 2022 Golden State. And this one is from China, and it ticks me off because it's not correctly made. How it's supposed to be made, you're supposed to turn it, and the Golden State logo moves, but it is what it is. Just a knockoff. But here, these are all from China, by the way, but these are actually really good. Here's the Milwaukee Bucks. This is not the Bucks. I thought these were the Bucks. Okay, you know what? Again, like I said, I don't. Milwaukee. Yeah, these are the. Oh, they're not the Bucks. Wait, no. Bro, I'm slow, guys. That's the player's name. These are the Milwaukee Bucks. That's the player's name. I'm stupid, okay? Now, this ring does open. Like that. You guys can see inside the ring. It's a really good ring. And it also is engraved inside with all the players' jersey numbers inside. We have the Lakers. Which we're going to see a lot of LeBron James rings today. Decent ring. Now again, I do like OKC the best. They don't have a ring today, but you know what? It is what it is. Almost had a ring versus the Golden State Warriors. But in the end, it's what led our star to leave us, Mr. Kevin Durant. Go to Golden State and then go to the Brooklyn Nets. And told you I have some NBA knowledge. This one says inside, strength in numbers. Golden State, man. They were a super team. They're still a really good team, but they were an absolute stupid team. You look at how amazing that team actually was. And then the team that beat them, the Cavs. With, again, LeBron James, his return to Cleveland. Which, why would you ever want to return to Cleveland? I love how this is not even just a football video, but we are roasting them still. We're always going to roast the clowns, even if it's the Caviares, whatever. Butcher the name of the saying. Butcher the team name. I am not having a good video, guys. But I do butcher a lot of people's names on this channel, so. Duncan. You asked me, like, I think I know, like, 7 or 8 basketball players, period, so. And they're all OKC guys, so. That's, you know, I do understand, like, when some people do not know anything about football. And I'm like, bro, I get it. I don't know anything about baseball or basketball. Maybe eventually I'll get into baseball and make a channel about baseball. I could never really get into basketball. Growing up, I watched football and baseball only. So, the Mavericks. Make sure none of these rings are inside engraved. Back to the Lakers. Yup, Kobe. Back for the LeBron. Kobe. Kobe again. And I think once we get to the old days for NBA rings, again, we have a whole another section of NBA rings and MLB. I think also football. It's when we get to some crazy rings. Duncan. But yeah, these NBA rings look the absolute best, 1000%. They look freaking beautiful. And these are all Chinese knockoffs. These NBA rings. The NFL were all custom made. And they didn't look as good as these. Now, I do understand there are some websites that do sell, you know, these type of rings. Again, a lot of them are Chinese knockoffs. Just keep that in mind. But it doesn't mean they're not going to look good. Sometimes they don't look as great as they could. But doesn't mean they're not going to look good. They still could look good. And so it'll be Chinese knockoffs. The Lakers, Kobe Bryant, 2002. Lakers again. Dude, Kobe was unquestionable. I will say, though, in my opinion, the best basketball player of all time has to be MJ. MJ, then I'd probably say probably LeBron number 2. I don't know. There's a lot of good basketball players out there, especially in the past. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There's like some basketball players I know, but I, for some reason, cannot think of today. Jordan, freaking MJ, man. I swear, if he did not get arrested and his NBA career cut short. Not get arrested. I think he got, suspended or kicked out of the NBA. You would have so many more rings. There'd be so many more Bulls here, man. And yeah, but my knowledge of NBA going back far, Larry Bird. That's probably it. No, I know there's other guys. We obviously know the very creepy man. I can't think. Actually, I can't even think of the guy's name. Malone. The very creepy man who had a very weird relationship with somebody. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. What do you play for? The Suns or the Magic? Got this, and then we're gonna go over to the last one. And the last one has MLB rings. I probably know a little bit more about MLB ring-wise, team name-wise. 1 second, guys. Alright, some of these are duplicate NFL rings. But we're going to start off with a baseball ring here. This is the Houston Astros. Yup. The Astros year when they won the World Series. God, I am butchering words today, man. This inside. Where's the... No, it is like this. Yep, Houston, and then all the teams they beat. Oh, they beat the Yankees. That's nice. Love to see someone beating the Yankees. There we go. Atlanta Braves. Yep. So I know a little bit about baseball. Oh, Atlanta again? Atlanta won twice. Yeah, they did, bro. Now this ring does open. We Are Those, 2021. The LA Dodgers. Let me find out. I know baseball more than I thought I knew baseball. Oh yeah, this is engraved inside. Actually, all these might all be engraved. Nope, it's not. Okay. The big W. Oh, this is Washington Nationals, right? Yep, Nationals. Yes, go, baby. That's a W and a W there. This is Capitals, which I know is hockey, so not baseball. Yeah, like I said, this is kind of a mix of everything. But it's a mix of all these teams. This is like my mixed ring jar. Boston Red Sox. Hate the Red Sox. Yeah, I can have some teams I hate, even though I don't know much about baseball. Houston Astros. My bad. And this is engraved inside. Like that. Also, it's engraved on the back, too. Kind of cool. The Cubs, the team that won the World Series after 100 and some odd years of not winning. This was like the biggest thing in the news around where I live when they won. It's like, oh my God, they actually did it. No, I'm pretty sure if Cleveland won. freaking Cleveland Browns won, I think it would be talked about heavily everywhere. Oh yeah, a lot of these MLB rings are engraved inside, man. The Royals. The one thing. So I am an Orioles fan for baseball. And you know when the Orioles played Casey, they sing a song called "These O's Ain't Royal." So, yeah, that's all I think about when I think about OKC. I mean, sorry, Kansas City Royals now. Is these O's ain't royal. Another Dead Sox. Yeah, I hate any Boston team, period. So whether it's Patriots, whether it's the Dead Sox, I hate every single Boston team possible. It's San Francisco. San Francisco Giants. Is that right? I don't know. Turn them below if I'm right. Giants? The Giants. Oh, Arizona. I don't know. I'm the Cardinals for football, but for baseball? I think I should know this one. Phoenix? I don't know. This is another Packers ring. Favre. It's another duplicate. I have a couple of duplicate rings. This is a Baltimore Colts ring, I think. Right? Or Orioles. Hang on. Baltimore Orioles. This is no, this is Colts. Baltimore Colts. This is a championship ring. When 1958, the day Johnny U changed the game. Johnny U, man, missed a guy. This is a Packers ring. We looked at it earlier. Look at it again, just cause. Kansas City Chiefs ring. We looked at this earlier. We have another. Oh no, this is not a football ring. This is a Packers ring. This is, I believe, a championship ring, right? 1961. Yep, this is a championship ring. So I do have some championship rings. These are before the Super Bowls. So 1967 was the Super Bowl year. This is 1965. This is back when the Packers beat the Browns. Oh, is that nice? A championship where the Packers beat the Browns. This is the Lakers. Wait. Is that... Was he on that team? Abdul Jabbar. I forget how to say his actual name, but... This is the Baltimore Orioles World Series ring. Robinson. Abdul Jabbar. This one I have to be careful with because it's Tom Brady ring. It says all his championships there. This is just really crappy made. This was a Chinese ring. A ring from China. So I gotta be careful because it will break. You guys can see that. Alright. Orioles, yet again. Yes, they won the series in 83. Up again. Another Colts ring or Baltimore Orioles? Orioles. This is 88. Yep. No, wait. Green Bay Packers. Oh my god, I'm slow today, man. It's not even 88. It's 66. This is a Packers championship ring. That's what it was. Kansas City Chiefs. It's not Kansas City Chiefs, it's the NBA. I saw this like red and I thought it was like the Kansas City Chiefs ring. Nope, this is a 76ers ring. I didn't know 76ers were allowed to get rings. Ha ha ha. That's the one thing I know about basketball is they are trash. No, they actually had like 1 or 2 good years, I think. Although we are going now, Minneapolis Lakers. We're buying back the old days. This is a 1950 NBA ring, guys. NBA, this is Celtics, right? Larry Bird. The Birdman. Champion. 1988. Back to back. Lakers. Johnston. Celtics. Hate the Celtics. Told you. Any Boston team, man. Any Boston team I'm going to hate. This is the Orioles. Right? Yep. Baltimore Orioles. This is the Pistons. The Royals. Oh, Manchester Royals. Okay. 1951. Nice. Celtics? Yep. It's my only problem with getting rings like this. Like, if I get a crap ton of these rings, is that, like, from 52, I think, to, like, 63, the Celtics won every year. And all the rings look exactly the same. It all looks like that one. Oh, Karl Malone. What team were you on, Karl? 76ers, okay. Yeah, but anyone who knows is funny because I think that's one of the most known basketball players because of what he did. Because of what Karl Malone did, people know who Karl Malone is. Abia Jumar. Yeah. Colts ring, replica ring that we looked at before. Peyton Manning. Detroit Pistons, I think. Yep, Detroit Pistons. Bad boys. 4 more rings left, guys. Johnson. Lakers. Boston Celtics. Ew. But you got the Birdman. You gotta love it if you got the Birdman, dog. The Bullets. The Baltimore Bullets. Now we're going to... That's soccer? No, that's basketball. It's just not NBA. Actually, no, that was NBA. The Bullets turned to the Washington Capitals. Bad. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions on the whole entire ring collection. See you guys next one. Peace out.